Thank you, everybody, for coming on out. I really appreciate it. This is a big deal. So you guys are the first Magnum Pro press conference, so give yourself a hand. Everyone, come on. All right. So as you know, we have Redwing challenging Devin Thomas August 29th at the show called Redwing v. Devin. It's going to be a huge show, probably the biggest match in Magnum history, so you're all witnessing history right here. So first off, I want to bring out the brand new commissioner. You can see right there, Commisoner Bachelder. So let's bring him on out, give you a chance to get to know him. I know he's been kind of on the bad side, but maybe you guys can give him a chance. Give him a warm welcome. Let's get Bachelder out here.
First, I want to thank the hundreds of people that came out here today to witness this press conference. We thank you very much. We want to take this time right now to kind of get to know the new commissioner of Magnum Pro. And your microphone is right over there if you want to bring it over here.
Yes.
Now first, I have to ask you this. How did you become a candidate to become the commissioner of Magnum Pro?
Well, you know, I've been working in law and order for years now. It's really always been something that I've been drawn to, being able to keep things fair, equal, just. And when Sean Nautilus brought me in, because there was a grave injustice and no real authority, my wheels kind of got spinning. And shortly after Sean dropped the ball, I think Jason Strife saw the same thing, that the grass is greener on the other side. So when the position was offered to me, needless to say, I jumped at the chance.
You mentioned Jason Strife. He is not here today because he is out of town wrestling. Do you get to make all the decisions, or do you have to run everything by Jason Strife, who I will say is the best boss that we have?
You know, Jason and I have a very close relationship. I respect him very much. So purely out of respect, I run things by him. But ultimately, I believe he trusts my judgment.
Okay. You had mentioned Sean Nautilus. Last we saw, he said the words, "I quit" to Joey Anderson. Are you still with Nautilus? Can you tell us where Nautilus is at? What's his whereabouts?
You know, Sean and I talk on the phone every once in a while. I actually had a lengthy conversation with him the other day. Nothing too eventful, gonna kill my family, whatever. Point is, I think he's soul searching right now, really just getting in that good place that I think is really going to benefit him. So hopefully when Sean Nautilus comes back, he'll be ready to fight and deal out all the pain that we all know and love, that Big 04.
Lately in Magnum Pro, we have seen a lot of new faces.
You're welcome.
That answers my question. Are you behind all these new faces in Magnum Pro? And do you have your eye on anybody in particular that you want to bring to Magnum?
There are a lot of people that I want to bring in. It actually reminds me of a quote. Gandhi once said that, "Show me a face I've seen before." Right on. "Show me a face I've never seen." Well, that's pretty rad. That was Gandhi. It's true. And I want to show the Magnum people all sorts of new faces, because you all know the locker room by now, but you don't know some of the people that are performing in California, Japan, or England, or, you know, the island of make-believe. There's plenty of very good wrestlers there.
And I'm going to ask you this question. With the new responsibilities that you have now, do you have a new take? I mean, you and the fans have never really been eye to eye. Do you have a new take on the fans now that you have authority in Magnum?
I mean, the Magnum Pro fans are some of the, go around.
Can you say that again? We didn't.
The Magnum fans are great. Honestly, the fact that they come out and they buy their tickets, that's fantastic for me. I mean, they're not just fans, they're customers, they're wallets, they're investments, and I think by doing what we can to put on the best product, that's going to ensure that they come back, which is going to ensure that my bank account looks even more like an overseas phone number.
All right, and what do you have planned for Magnum Pro?
You know, Jacques, I'm very glad you asked. Yeah. Go ahead. This is what I have planned for Magnum Pro. So, honestly, since Mikey Danger has left our employment, it has left this briefcase or this piggy bank just wide open, and there's a contract in there that is very valuable to many members of the locker room. So I want to put it back on the line. Now, when I took the position of commissioner, I swore to keep things just, I swore to keep things honest, and really give everyone an opportunity. So, in the spirit of fairness and equality, I want to welcome the very first competitor in the next Piggy in the Bank ladder match on August 29th. And I suppose instead of giving Joey a little bit of time, we're going to go ahead and announce the, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, I just received a text message from the second participant. Let me read this real fast. Hey, really need to apologize. Brother. Francois, turn off the music. I wasn't done. Sorry about that. The second competitor in the Piggy in the Bank ladder match before Francois went ahead and ruined it sadly cannot be here, but I want us all to give a round of applause to Abu.
Well, at this time, I'd like to ask you, Joey, since you're involved in the Piggy in the Bank.
Here you go. Give that back to you.
Wanted to kind of ask you some questions, get your thoughts, and we'll get your guys' questions at the end of the press conference. But I want to ask you, Joey, what is it like to compete in Piggy in the Bank? I know you've been in Piggy in the Bank before. What is it like being in a ladder match?
Ouch. It hurts. Last time I was in Piggy in the Bank, I let my emotions get the best of me, and putting Shawn Nellis through a ladder was more important than winning Piggy in the Bank. God, I'm drunk still. Piggy in the Bank. So what's Piggy in the Bank like? It's a car wreck. That's the best way I can describe it.
So let me ask you this. Now that you know that Abu is the second competitor, how do you think your chances are going to be in this match?
With all due respect to Abu and everybody else that Bach's going to put in this match, I like my chances a lot. Because albeit I may not be the biggest, I may not be the baddest, but I guarantee you in this match I will be the toughest.
Well, I want to ask you, I want to stray a little bit off from that. I want to ask you about guns and beer. What is up with Duke Cornell? Is he coming back to Magnum? Is Guns and Beer still alive? I know you're wearing the shirt, but what's the deal?
Oh, Guns and Beer's still alive. We're as alive as we've ever been. You know, we all had to get away a little bit, take a little bit of a boys' trip. do some vacation, some fishing, some hunting. And yeah, Duke's doing all right. I can tell you he's a little upset about the fact he got screwed out of the Magnum Heavyweight Championship. But believe me, Duke will be back.
Well, you know, Piggy in the Bank is a very prestigious prize to have. It's one of the best things that Magnum has going. Unfortunately, our last holder, Mikey Danger, let that slip through his fingers.
I let it slip through my fingers.
Security.
Absolute bullshit.
Okay, where are our
Jason
security?
tried to not beat me. You saw it?
Mikey.
You saw proof I have, and one of you sent me the picture. Hey, when the DVD comes out, you guys will see it.
Mikey,
Cool, hey, everybody, buy my new
you're
album.
making a spectacle,
On my website,
Mikey.
Just Stay Home by Skyways. It's on iTunes now.
Please. I thought we had security
Well,
here.
I guess anything can happen in Magnum. I apologize for the interruption, Joey. I'm sorry about that. I do wish you good luck in Piggy in the Bank. But I want to move forward here. Let's get to the reason why we're all here, and that is the main event for our August 29th show. We have Devin Thomas, the current Magnum Pro champion, and he will be defending against the man who earned that right, who we're going to bring out first, the guy that won the 2015 Over the Top Rumble match, ladies and gentlemen, Redwing. Redwing, thank you for being here. Now, the next guy I want to bring out, this man has been the Magnum Pro champion for 519 days. That's an incredible feat. He's beat guys such as Hype Gotti, Jaden Drago, Sanjay Dutt, and Tony Cortez, just to name a few. He is our current Magnum Pro champion, Devin Thomas.
You know who I am. Also, you forgot Drew Galloway. Technically, I won.
It was a disqualification, but you are correct.
That is a win.
Beat Drew Galloway.
Attaboy.
Well, thank you both for being here. I want to start with you, Redwing. You have been on a hot streak as of late.
Hey,
you just
Champ just walked in. See, this is the reason why I'm going all mental against you, okay? Because you want to focus all your attention on Redwing, and that's all great and everything, but you said it yourself, for the past 519 days, I have held this title. The longest reigning. I've spent nearly 3 years in Magnum Pro, and most of that time has been with this championship. So give me some respect.
With all due respect, how can I respect somebody who has now laid his hands on a female twice in a Magnum Pro? You have to earn respect to get it.
Technically, only once I've laid my hand on a woman. And I told everybody last show that anyone that gets in my way is going to be in trouble. And she got in that ring, and unfortunately, she paid the price. And at the last, what? No, go ahead. I'll actually give you the chance this time.
That still doesn't give you the right to put your hand on a female.
She slapped me.
Well, I think she had reason to slap you from the previous show when you delivered your swanton to her when she was just trying to defend her boyfriend, J.C. Slater.
Well, that's just too bad, because she was another body in my ring. Anyone who gets in there is destroyed. And this just accounts for it.
I can't ask any more questions on that.
Yeah. Why don't you let a professional take over, job? Hi, Devin. It's good to see you. You're looking real good. Clean up real nice.
Thank you.
I've got to say, as of late, your attitude has been incredible. The fire that you have in your eyes has been inspiring, honestly. Kids should be happy to have a role model like Devin Thomas. However, I do have just a few questions for you. Obviously, back in the day, you and our owner, Jason Strife, had a few words due to a lack of social media presence. Now, I know it really doesn't account for much because I know all the work you do on the floor, but for the sake of making Magnum Pro more of a household name than it already is, how do you plan to improve your social media presence?
By not doing it. I don't need to justify myself on social media to prove that I am the champion. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Everything that I do to prove myself has been in the ring. Now, I don't know if retweets and followers really translates to much here in the real world. I get it. You want to get your name out there, but you want to do it the right way, and that's what this represents.
That's a fair question. Ultimately, it does come down to promoting your own brand, so for that, I understand. Outside of that, as you mentioned, you had a few run-ins with J.C. Slater, and unfortunately, there was a casualty in that. Now, I am a firm believer that a man should never lay his hands on a woman outside of the bedroom. However, I do think in your very serious situation, it may have been justified. This is a word to the fans out there. Anyone who steps foot in a Magnum ring, be it trained or not, whether they have a Y chromosome or not, will pay the price. Now, outside of that, absolute worst case scenario at our August 29th event. Should you lose the Magnum Pro title,
Not gonna happen.
what are your plans to get it back?
Do as I've always done. Win. By any means necessary.
I don't think I have any more questions for Mr. Thomas. Mr. Redwing, let me take a moment to congratulate you on your recent engagement. I know the fans respect you. The men want to be you, and the women, well, they can't get enough of you. But as I mentioned, you are well, you're locked down for now. My question for you is, should you become the Magnum Pro champion, what are you going to do to put yourself out there for the company?
If I become Magnum Pro champion, putting myself out there for the company, just my face alone with the title is more than Devin Thomas has ever done for Magnum Pro. I'm not saying I'm going to post all over Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, but I will definitely be more accessible to the fans than Devin Thomas has been.
And if you are to become our champion, what would you say your goals are?
Let's go ahead and reframe these questions. It's not if, it's when I become Magnum Pro champion. Goals are to never lose the Magnum Pro championship after I have it.
Now, obviously you seem very confident in your abilities. So let me ask you a question about this tough talk. Is this really about the championship, or is this something personal for you?
It's not just about the Magnum Pro title. This goes back further. It's deeper than that. Me and Devin Thomas both came to Magnum Pro relatively close to the same time, and we've both taken two different paths to get to where we are now. Devin Thomas aligned himself with Hype Gotti. I had to come in and put in work, show in and show out to earn the right to face Devin Thomas for the Magnum Pro title. So this is deeper. This isn't about, a Magnum Pro title and trying to be the face of a company. This is about proving who is the best at Magnum Pro.
A fair point. Devin, back to you. As Jacques here has mentioned you've been the best champion Magnum Pro has ever had. What would you say your motivation is every time you step through those ropes?
You said it yourself, to be the absolute best. And now, people may be thinking that I've changed over the last few months, and to an extent, they're correct. Because before, it was proving myself, not only to the fans, but to myself, that I was the best wrestler in Magnum Pro. And now, I've achieved that. I've achieved that for 519 days. Now, I just enjoy seeing the hope wash away from the faces of everybody, whether it be the fans, whether it be J.C. Slater, whether it be Shelly Kapowski, and soon enough, it will be Redwing.
In Redwing, we know Sokol Auditorium is the home to some of the most boisterous fans in professional wrestling. Do those responses affect how you work in the ring?
For sure. Feeling the energy from the crowd, it helps, gives me energy, helps me want to win for the Magnum Pro fans. That's when it all boils down to, that's what it's about, putting on a show for the Magnum Pro fans.
Devin, what about your honest reaction when Gretzky's feet hit the floor and it was revealed that Redwing had won over the top?
I think you see it in the footage. Honestly, it's a little bit of shock, a little bit of anger. But to that extent, that just started the training period. Started when I beat Redwing, not once, but twice. And I knew that I'd have to go in and survive him once again. Because this, as much as fans want Redwing to win, I know how to beat him. I am Redwing's kryptonite. And through all this time, through all the weights that you lift and everything that you do, it really doesn't matter. Because I can find ways to beat you. I can find ways to survive. And that's what I've been doing. This whole time as champion, you know, people can question my motives all that you want. It just boils down to winning. And come August 29th, I plan on doing that once again. Damn it, Anthony.
You gonna fix that? In
Stop
Red
breathing
Wing,
so heavy.
as your opponent, the champion, has mentioned this isn't the first time you two have met. So how is this different than any other time where the night has ended with you, your shoulders on the mat, and the ref counting the 3?
Previous matches, I had other issues I needed to take care of. In Fremont, Nebraska, I took care of one of those issues when I beat Abu. Now, there's nothing there to stop me, nothing there to get in the way, nothing to interfere with me beating Devin Thomas.
Thank you very much. I think I'm out of questions, gentlemen. So, Mr. Duggar, sorry to hear about your father. How about you take over with the questions? Your brother, sorry, your brother, not your father.
All right, at this time, we're going to open the floor. We're going to let any fans ask any questions. You can go all the way. You drinking out of the pitcher?
Don't need it.
No.
We'll go all the way down the line. Open any questions, keep them Magnum related. Okay, whatever you guys want. So the floor is open. Any questions from any of the fans? Go ahead.
Commissioner,
Yes.
you go ahead and talk about investment. So go ahead and talk about the money for the fans. To go ahead and gain your position, what investment did you go ahead and put in?
Well, obviously, I've been fighting in the courts for many years. One of the many
Talking about money.
millions of dollars, millions of dollars, millions of dollars.
So is that going to, with the legal problems that you've had with the other wrestlers, we've talked about that before, and it seems like you've gone ahead and picked your champion, and you want to win. Is that true?
Let me get in on that real quick. He didn't pick me. It's just a safe bet. Okay? I'm the walking spoiler of Magnum Pro. When you see me on the card, there's a damn good chance I'm winning.
All right.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All
No one else has any more questions?
Yeah.
Oh,
In the past, it's been discussed about, maybe television options being out there. What are you doing to go ahead and bring that forward?
I'm working very hard every day with some of my contacts, both in the Midwest and in Los Angeles, to get Magnum Pro on television. Once we reach the certain amount of episodes, I plan for full syndication, so that way you can turn on any channel and see Magnum Pro. The faces you love, the faces you hate, and, well, mine, which is one of the better faces in the company, let's be honest. I was talking about you, champ. Yeah. So soon, I hope that you will be able to see Magnum Pro on any channel in your home.
Is there any way you're going to prevent interference in the championship match?
I'm a man of integrity. Honestly, I think that our champion can get the job done. And if by some miracle, if God above wants Redwing to win, well then, I will be there with a handshake, maybe a Pepsi Cola, to welcome you to the winning team.
This isn't for the gods to decide. I'm taking this out of the gods' hands. I will decide who's going to win this. I don't care how long it takes. By the end of the night, I will beat Devin Thomas for the Magnum Pro title.
Now, I noticed Abu is not here. He's a member of the country. And I noticed there's 2 people with green shirts out there that have country members. You guys have to have a question or two.
Yeah, I'd like to know if there's a rematch in the making for the tag team titles after the events of the last Sokol event.
You know, I think after the last event we had in Sokol, I think it's time for the country, as swell guys as they are, to kind of prove themselves again. They've gone to war with Super Pop, and Super Pop managed to prevail, and I am a man of opportunity, but you need to show me that you're not going to squander that opportunity. You know, I actually have a question, if you guys don't mind. What's Tim Boston doing here? No Tim Boston?
I'm just here to enjoy the show. I wasn't invited, but that doesn't mean I didn't show up.
What?
Huh?
What?
I'm sorry, do you have a piece of the commissioner's anatomy in your mouth? I couldn't hear you.
What?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm asking.
Okay.
Come again.
That's
Okay.
Let's-
You know, I think maybe now I want our champion and the challenger to come up front. Fans of Magnum Pro, please get your cameras ready. We're going to have them face to face. So let's stand up. This is what it's all about.
Get a little closer, guys. Get a little closer. Easy.
Keep your hands off me. Save it. Devin? Devin? Take it off. Redwing.
This is how
Think
these
about
things
what you're
end,
doing.
don't they? Huh? This is how these things end? Huh? Come on, you wanna do this?
Come on.
Come on. Hey, you got it. You got it.
No chance. I know you. Count down the days. 5:19 and counting. That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your champion.
All right, guys, you know, August 29th, Sokol Auditorium, Redwing versus Devin Thomas plus Piggy in the Bank. Thanks to Mr. Commissioner Bachelder. We know Abu and Joey are the first two participants. Stay tuned. Go to Magnum Pro, magnum-pro.com, and on the YouTube, youtube.com/Magnum Wrestling. We'll have further details on the event as they come up. Thanks, everybody.